Leaders say we are heading in the wrong direction in our fight against coronavirus here in the county. The state reported an adjusted case rate of 7.4. If that number remains above 7 next week, we will officially move to the restrictive purple tier on Tuesday. For now, there are no changes to the public health orders. And as for the numbers, there were 404 new cases of the more than 15,000 tests. Also, 3 new deaths and 7 new community outbreaks were reported. And News 8's Evan Narani is live now with a closer look at what's being done in order to reverse course and avoid more restrictions. Of course, those more restrictions are going to have a big impact on businesses yet again here, Evan.
Yeah, and that's what they've been saying for months on end now, is what the impact has been already thus far, with some retail shops limiting their indoor space, restaurants limiting their space as well. The county, of course, and the state both want to help the county prevent that change into the more restrictive purple tier. However, they say if it needs to happen for public safety, it will happen. And right now, county and state leaders are worried that we do not have enough time to stay out of that more restrictive purple tier. So right now, where we are in the red tier is good. We're doing okay. However, with the latest county case rate numbers, we are well above what's needed to move into that purple tier that would give us those additional restrictions. All of that happening as we head toward the holiday season.
Unfortunately, we're not looking good in our efforts to remain in the red tier.
It would take a significant change in trajectory given everything that we've been witnessing over the course of the last month in order for us to avoid that. But we remain hopeful and somewhat optimistic that will happen.
So our new county case rate stands at 8.7 cases per 100,000 people, and that's far above the 7 cases or fewer needed to prevent more restrictions. The state adjusts our case rate thanks to the increased amount of testing that the county does, but that still only brings our adjusted case rate down to 7.4 cases per 100,000, so still above that 7 threshold. The county is now looking for fresh ways to prevent the rising tide of cases, including cease and desist orders to businesses and individuals who are not following guidelines. If our case rate does not drop below that 7 case threshold by Tuesday of next week, pretty soon, the dreaded purple tier will bring more restrictions to the county, and that could mean indoor gyms, restaurants, and other businesses closing their doors once again. Beyond that, schools that haven't reopened by the time we drop into that purple tier will not be able to reopen until we're out of it. By November 10th, we could be under more restrictions that would remain in place for at least 3 weeks into the month of December. Now, this, of course, comes as we head toward the holiday season. That means if we are in that purple tier through Thanksgiving and into December, people are going to have to face the fact that retail space is going to be really limited, down to about 25%. That means indoor operations for those malls and stores is going to be severely limited. Officials are also saying, as we head toward Thanksgiving, we really need to keep our guard up. This is not a time to celebrate with family and friends per se, or if we do, to be following those state guidelines and keep your mask on, keep social distancing in place. The last thing you want us to see family and friends contracting the virus, and especially to see our case rate continue to grow as we head toward the holiday season.